make these babies cry all the way back home, yo.
Now the Auburn product, Corey Grant, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Yo, 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 yo. Yo! That's the what, that's the what, that's the what. That's the what, that's the what, that's the what. 22, Jet, Bama. 22, Jet, Bama. Come on, Hayward, come on.
Here's Taylor to throw. That's complete to his running back, Grant. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and they're going to have a 3rd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. Out of the gun, it's Taylor. Buying time to his left. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th.
And him running the football is not something that defenses spend a lot of time preparing for. But this guy has a survival instinct and a knack for knowing when exactly to do it.
And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb.
54. Go, go. Man, I got you. Under 10, under 10, 10. Check 3, drop. Check 3. Slam, slam. Shut up.
Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
That first down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room. If you have to run the punter out there, he can successfully complete the punt.
They didn't get a ton there, but at least some positive yardage. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Mike, 55. Check 55, Mike. In the face. Check, 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 check.
On 3rd down, Bridgewater. And Robinson with a big catch. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. 18 yards on that one, and Chicago has the first. Now they can breathe a little easier, some room to operate as they've got it 1st and 10 now out past the 20. First down, a run with Cohen. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Bridgewater, and up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Coming to you, coming to you. Check, check, 80 weapon. Check. Orbit.
Out of the gun, Bridgewater. Open man, Taylor Gabriel. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears.
Well, from their point of view, this game could not be starting out much better, could it? Force a punt on defense, and now they're moving it crisply on offense.
Crisply, I like that. Yeah, moving it very, very well. Looks like the defense on there. Heals a little bit. You put a score in here, long way to go, but you're right, that's a heck of a start.
Yeah, and I think this is where the play caller is looking at his play sheet and saying, do I have that dagger play? Do I have that play and just finish them off right now? Because I think they'd love to gain that big advantage early.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10, right at the 40. From the gun, Bridgewater. This one into the hands of Burton. And he's taken down inside the 30. A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it, because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
And that'll set them back 5. Now a shotgun handoff to Cohen. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. The tackle goes to Harrison Smith. Nice job there defensively to clamp down, because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
55, right there in the middle, 55. Watch the slant, watch the slant.
On 2nd and 15 now. Bridgewater. It's complete to Robinson. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down.
Well, I know from past experience, before you actually play a game, you visualize what's going to happen. And I don't know anyone who doesn't visualize themselves being in the center of what's going on. That's 3 catches for him here in the early going. He's got to like the way this is started.
Absolutely. 3 catches on any drive is good. Opening drive, that's a tone setter. On 3rd and 1, here's Bridgewater. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Read it well, and it's picked. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
45, 45, 45. Come on, go. Here we go, D. Switch. Rotate. Spell.
Here's Grant. And an alley to run. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
That was a good run, probably right on the edge of breaking into something really big. So the defensive guys right now are talking about, okay, what can we do to slow him down before he truly gets started?
Now Taylor. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Getting a hand in there and knocking it away, Eddie Jackson.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds.
Ready.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
How about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
At the 34-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Let's go. 53's the mic. 53's the mic.
From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle.
Mike 5-5. Mike 3. Watch the out.
Bridgewater from the gun on 3rd down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Fabian Moreau. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Let's get off the field. Let's get off the field.
After the interception, here's Taylor. He's got Smith here. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. And able to fight forward inside the 15 to the 13. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 13-yard line.
On the double. Come on. Check. 45. You don't want nothing. You don't want nothing. Hey. You don't want nothing. Hey, check my 45. Check my 45. Go. Go.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Taylor. Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. First connection there of the afternoon for those two, and it's good for a 1st down.
Well, partner, when you ask anyone other than your QB to throw the ball, you must have a lot of confidence, or you think you're really going to fake them out, and it looks like they did exactly that.
Yeah, going deep in the playbook, and he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Dalvin Cook, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. He's exceeded his receiving yards from a week ago, and we're still in the 1st half. It's a 1st down.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
53. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
On 1st down, Cohen. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, Creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike. It's our time. It's our time. Hey, one set. Check, Mike.
On 2nd and 9, Bridgewater. He's got the hook up to Miller. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Here's Bridgewater. He's got his tight end, Burton. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 35. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Out of the gun, running with Cohen. Anthony Barr in on the tackle.
Anthony Barr brought him down. 1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Quan Alexander. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. It'll be a gain of 9, and it'll be 2nd and about a yard.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1 at the Bears' 24-yard line.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. To throw is Taylor, setting up the screen for Cook. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Check curls, check curls, check curls. Watch the safety creep.
Now it's Taylor. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Eddie Goldman with a sack.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper into territory, you get into the red zone, they're going to guard it even more, which means more pressure, more blitzing.
Mike, 58, right there. Go, go. Check 52. Shoot, 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 shoot.
To try again after the sack. Taylor. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
There you go, partner. 3-deep zone, what we call cover 3. Free safety right in the middle of the field. Going to be deep as the deepest wide receiver and able to make a play on the football. Notice how they kind of funneled everything towards him because they know that they got a guy who can react to either side and get a hand on the football.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. This is Grant. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
And his kick is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. Still a little bit of time left here in the 2nd quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that, and we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
Here we go.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And you got to think, if this is anything other than just taking a knee, I'd be very surprised.
Yeah, they've got enough to talk about at the half. Why do anything else? Just get out of there.
Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. And a lot of football, full half to be played.
That's it, baby. We gonna work.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. They try again with Cohen. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves them with 3rd and 5.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
I'm coming. Mike, 55. Right there in the middle, 55.
To throw is Bridgewater. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 45. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. On 1st down, nothing opening up really on the running play. Give him maybe a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Nice job by the defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run.
You punk. At 58 is somebody go.
On 2nd and 9, Taylor. Looking left side, he's got it. Complete. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
5 yards on the play. And it's 3rd down.
The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5.
58, come on. I know. 58, boys, 58, Mike. Watch the slant. 58 to Mike, 58.
From the shotgun, it's Taylor. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the 1st.
A short gain that doesn't get them the 1st down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away.
The Bears make their first at their own 11-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week in our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to, and if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
It's a gain of 21 yards.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
53's the mic. 53. Check 53. Here we go. Here we go. Put it right.
Here's Bridgewater. And that is incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Get him. Get him. Let's go. Let's go.
Bridgewater to throw it. Gets this to his running back, Tariq Cohen. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 7.
The last catch did get 3, but they're still left needing 7 yards on 3rd down.
Hey, tight. Mike 55. Mike 55.
And again, it's Bridgewater. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play. Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
On 2nd and 7, Taylor. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Akeem Hicks at 6'5", 332 finds his way home for the sack. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. Call it a gain of 5, 4th down now.
We often talk of situational football. Let's just call it team football. The defense did their job, got off the field, brought the punting situation, so they're turning the ball back over to their offense. You think those guys will get along very well right now? Of course they will. Defense helped the offense. Now it's their turn to take it downfield.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10.
Check 53. Go. Let's go, Heavy. Tell me what you got. What you got, Heavy? What you got, Heavy? Give me
Bridgewater. He's got Burton here. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
You go tight. You got tight.
They'll run on 2nd down with Cohen. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49.
He was brought down by Trey Williams. A gain of 2 brings up.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Let's go, Keith. Tighten up. Let's go.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Bears on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2.
Hey, check right. Watch it,
To throw, Bridgewater. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Anthony Harris. And they will finally get to him, but a great return has set him up 1st and goal at the 5. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown, you're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the 2nd one.
They'll run for it with Cook. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Here is Cook on 3rd and goal. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. Dalvin Cook, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Vikings capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Extra point safely through. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a 1-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Bridgewater. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was trying to hit Taylor Gabriel that time. But now it'll be 3rd down.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. The offense on third down tonight, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. They're looking at third in the nose of the football. They'll try to run for it with Cohen. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears. Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on second and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the first down there, but as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a 2-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure that...
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The defensive end, Daniil Hunter, drops him.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. After the sack on first down, Bridgewater. He completes this into the hands of Miller. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 36. Bridgewater. That's complete to Robinson. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They tackle them almost on the spot. That means they have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Robinson's got it. And they'll get this down to the 10. He has a first down, and that catch will also put him over 100 yards receiving now on the afternoon. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. This is Cohen. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Leads to 2nd and goal at the 10-yard line.
They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal. Bridgewater now. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Throwing is Bridgewater, and he completes it to Cohen. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. A 4-yard pickup, not enough. 4th down. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This is an easy one, 23-yarder. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. Back now on EA Sports. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
And quickly, we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. Taylor to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Leonard Floyd, the old Georgia Bulldog, fighting his way into the backfield. 3rd and long. Taylor and company hoping to regroup after the sack. Throwing now is Taylor. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They're down here in a one-score game. But the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late-game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Yeah, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
Here we go. Here we go. Let's go. Let's go. Hey, we got Mike.
Now Bridgewater. This one into the hands of Burton. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Mike, 55. Check 55. Mike.
He'll look to throw. That is caught by Cohen. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. It's a pickup of 10 and a Bears 1st down. That's what they need right now. Get the 1st down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
Check 53's Mike. Zoom. 53's the Mike. 53's the Mike. Defense wins championships, baby. 53's the Mike. 53. Check 56.
Back to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by Fabian Moreau. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. It doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
And they'll bring him down right around the 13. 7 yards there and a 1st down. So the final seconds have ticked away in this Minnesota victory. And it was their defense that led the way, allowing just 3 points, that lone field goal in the entire second half.
And remember the old adage, offense sells tickets. Defense does what?
Wins championships.
And in this game, maybe a championship wasn't won, but a game was by the defense, right? Held them to just a field goal. That's a heck of a job. I mean, when they went out there with that determination and a pretty good game plan, pretty good idea of what they wanted to accomplish, just love the execution, love the tenacity, love the way they finished.
So for the Vikings, it's back-to-back victories now after the Week 1 defeat as they move to 2-1. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Chicago, they too will exit with a 2-1 record. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. I'm Brandon Gaudin.